Good morning, friends. So happy to be here today and to share another morning intention and insights. Today's topic is communication and commitment. They're intricately linked. So join me if you're around, say hello. And if you watch me on the replay, let me know your insights, your takeaways, your big aha moments. I would love to hear. So today, communication is obviously very important to me. If you don't know this about me, I have my master's in communication, and I've been teaching communication at the university level for over a decade. So it's something that I am passionate about and that I have spent a lot of time researching and continue to be immersed in. And what often happens in communication is that we don't take it seriously. And so that's what I want to talk about today, is how to elevate and heighten your communication, how that's connected to commitment. One thing that I, would challenge my students on a lot is to be really precise in your language, because when you're communicating, what you're doing is whatever you are saying, that is your advertisement for yourself. So if you are choosing to use, swear words, it's what is that saying about you to the people you're talking to? And what does that also say to them about how you feel about them when you're choosing, sort of, I would say, low vibrational words? And so the idea is to be really conscious, and that means, slowing down and being really thoughtful and mindful about what you choose to say. And there's an acrostic, think, THINK. And so when you're about to share something, you can go through these 5 letters and ask yourself, and what you are about to say, is it thoughtful? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? Oftentimes it's not necessary. Oftentimes when we are speaking from an emotional, reactive place, we're speaking to hurt someone or to attack someone. And so when you can be mindful and say, or ask yourself, is it really necessary? Am I here to win the argument but lose the relationship? And so when you can switch to ask yourself, how can I win this person? How can I strengthen this relationship? Even if that means losing the argument. And so it's really switching from a place of being on the defense and thinking you need to attack, which comes from a place of thinking, coming from judgment, coming from critical sort of mentality, being critical or thinking you're being criticized, which means you feel like you need to attack, to being curious and compassionate. What is it about this person that I don't know? What is it about them? What is it that they value? What is it that they are here to teach me by me maybe being triggered by them? And how can I approach this differently? And what do I want my communication to be demonstrating about my values and beliefs and convictions and principles? And so that's where it gets into commitment, making that commitment to yourself to speak with precise language, to speak out of a place of being thoughtful and mindful and conscious and coming from a place of service and love. So that it is the idea that is true that how people feel when they're around you is what they remember. And so how can you infuse those feelings of curiosity, of compassion, of love, of letting go of judgment, of wanting to know more about this person and see, what is it about them that's amazing that you didn't realize? That's going to infuse a very different energy into your communication, even if that's communication that you're sharing in a written way in your posts and in marketing. And when you elevate how you communicate, it also elevates your commitment, because it elevates your commitment to yourself and how you're choosing to show up and how you're choosing to communicate. And that's going to send a very different message as well to your audience, to your partner, to your family members, anyone. It's going to change every interaction because you're coming from a very different place and you're wanting to make sure that everything that you say is a reflection of who you truly are. Okay. All right. So that's your intention for today, is to heighten your communication and your commitment by being precise in your language, by asking yourself before you speak, is it thoughtful? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? And is it kind? And are you in this to win the argument or to win the relationship, to win the person? And challenge yourself that it's okay to lose an argument in order to gain a relationship, to deepen a relationship, to gain a person. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.